Hello! Good evening! Have you ever felt like no matter how hard work, it still feels like it's not enough? Or maybe you're doing everything, but still, right deep inside, you know you want more. And tonight, you're not alone. Hi, everyone! Welcome to another session of our Thursday Live. Our topic for tonight is different lives, same desire, and for a better future. Hi, before anything else, I'm Raquel. I'm from Milan, Italy. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, and a grandmom also. I'm more than 20 years now working here in Italy. And proud digital online business owner. And as now, I help OFWs and immigrant mommy like me, discover simple ways to create extra income online so they can have more options, more freedom, more time, and a better future for their families. And I'm really excited tonight because I'm not just speaking alone. I have an amazing guest speaker joining from different parts of the world, like Spain, Janet, and Martha from UK. Different backgrounds, different professions, but one thing in common: they are all wanted something more for their life. So if you've been feeling stuck and curious or just looking for stay with us until the end, and this might be exactly what you need. Let's start by getting to know them a little bit. Let's start with Marta. Hello, Marta. Can you share a bit
Hi
about your
there.
life before and what are you doing and how did you feel doing during you feel during this time?
Hi there. Hi, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching from. Like my sister Raquel said, my name is Martha. I am a pharmacist. I live and work in the United Kingdom. I've been here for well over 10 years. And I love my job. I love what I do. But like most of us on this call this evening, wanted more. I wanted more control over my time. I wanted more flexibility. I wanted to be able to show up in areas of my life that were important to me. We all have different areas that matter to us. For some people, it's traveling. For some, it's family. For others, it's the career. And for me, my area I wanted to show up more in was in the life of my daughter and my career, my job, being the kind of job I do with all the responsibilities I had as well, wasn't allowing me to do that. So I decided I needed to begin to look at how my life was going to be. I didn't want to grow up. I know when I grew up, my mother was there for me. My mom was a teacher. She was always there, and she imparted some values into my life that I wanted to still pass on to my daughter. But because of the kind of work I was doing, always out of the house, I felt I wasn't doing that. And that was what led to my looking for something else. And I stumbled on this business that has made a massive difference to my life and a massive difference to the relationship I have with my daughter. So I'm going to hand back to my sister Raquel.
Yes. And what was the moment realization that made you say something needs to change?
For me, it was the fact that it was the whole it was a combination of a lot of factors, but I think the main one was my time. I had no control over my time. I was working too much. I was working too much. I found myself in a situation where my time was being controlled by my work. It was as simple as that. And then because I had responsibilities I had to meet as well, I was thinking of the financial implication of reducing my hours and what that would mean to the income that was coming into my home. So I needed that to shift. I needed to be able to get more control over my time. And I think for me, that was the main thing that prompted me to begin to look up for another source of income that wouldn't take so much of my time and take me away from my loved one, which was my daughter. So it was the time that I had no control over. I was always rushed. He was rushing out to go to work. He was rushing to come back. He was rushing to get things done. There was no, it was all, I was always on the go. It was constant. And the responsibility and the constant, I wouldn't want to use the word stress, but the challenges of having to do my work, do my life, my personal life, it was just too much. And I felt things needed to slow down a bit so I could actually breathe and actually enjoy my life, enjoy my time with my daughter. And that was what prompted me to begin to look for something else that I could do to slow things down for me.
Okay. Thank you, Marta. And let's give away to Janet. And Janet, can you give something about yourself and where were you at the time and what are you feeling before before you start the business?
Okay, so yeah, hola, all the way from Madrid. So here we go. My life is not easy. Like from Hong Kong, Netherlands to Spain, and right now, I am happy because I've got my residency in here and it's a blessing. So before I have this business, I thought that being an immigrant, being a worker is just enough because I can save, I can do whatever I want. But then I saw things that like I want to be, because yeah, my first employer here is working at home, and the second and the third right now that's ongoing. And I said to myself, Lord, I want to work at home with my computer too. How? So then last year, before I started, I met a missionary all the way from Malaysia, who came to our anniversary at the church. And I have this kind of something burden in my heart, and I thought, Lord, I asked the Lord, I say, Lord, I want to help your people. I want to help your servants who are going worldwide, especially this missionary that I met all the way from Malaysia. And when I heard his stories about the things that he is doing for the Lord, for his kingdom, I would, my heart was touched, and told, I said to Lord, Lord, I want to be one of, you know, I want to be a part of that mission. What can I do? If you will gonna give me a privilege, an opportunity, I will take. So then last year, I am, this, we have a daughter and a son communication with the Lord. I said, Lord, give me, this is what I need, this is the things that I need. And yeah, he gave it. So that's the faith that I can see when something in our heart, when we are a daughter of God, everything that the desire of our heart, as long as it is in line with him. And yeah, he has favor for us, he has a blessing for us. And that's what I see. And of course, the feeling before that time was, I am excited, like, Lord, this is it. I just presented myself, I just presented everything that I need, and I said, Lord, this is it. That's my feeling. So when the business came, I said, okay, Lord, we are in. help me to understand the business, help me to digest everything, for I don't have any experience. I don't have any introvert, because I am also an introvert, single mom. So something for me is difficult for me to to go back again, to communicate with people, but then somehow, in God's way, I can do it for this business. And yeah, that's I can share. Back to you, Raquel.
Oh, okay. And then before, when you said this, when you saw this opportunity, have you ever felt doubt or fear before you start the business?
No, I don't have, because I already communicate with the Lord, and He gave me. I mean, there is peace in me. There is love. There is no doubt. There is no anything. So I said, okay, it is from you, Lord. Because if it is not from the Lord, if He is not, or if He is not His will, then I can fear that kind of. There is a doubt within me. There is something, anything else. So I may not be continue, but there's no doubt, so I need to proceed it, because I know it's from the Lord. Yeah, back to you,
So
Raquel.
thank
You're
you.
you're
Thank you
busy.
very much. And and that's before, when you discovered this breakthrough, the shift, have what changed for you when for the two of you, what changed for you when you decided to try, not financially or but mentally or emotionally? What have you what changed for you when you decided to try? What have been the
Um,
biggest change?
okay, the
Let's
biggest
start.
change for me is
Excusa. Excuse me.
the yeah, sorry. The biggest change for me is you know the learning. Because yeah, I thought, because there is always a word, I thought that I can go it easily, but it's not. It's like they said that it's not an instant noodle, that when you are hungry, you just need to cook that instant noodles, and after a few minutes it's be done and you can eat it. This is not, because this is our business. We are the CEO of this, so we need to digest everything. Anything, it would be in form of joy, in form of the result, in form of failure, in form of disappointment, in form of everything, in especially in social media, hatred, the lowest point, the feedback that we are receiving, a lot of things that change me, that I need to humble myself. I need to see that I have the capability to control myself in everything, especially when in the social media they can just give you a basher, they can just tell you something negative or something like that. So yeah, that's what I learned: to control myself, patience, to think positive, even the result sometimes is negative, because yeah, that's the reality in in business. But the good thing in here is there's a help all the way from the Lord, of course, number one, and the help from our coaches, mentor, and especially our community. There's a big impact in here. So yeah, I just want to share this, that once a week we have a gathering in my community, and we share every wins. We share every discouragement, improvement that we have, because yeah, I feel this is our family. So that's the thing that really helped me in this business to grow more and to develop more, because there's more. And I think this is just the preparation for the victory. Back to you, Raquel, and thank you.
And for Marta, what the business changed for you? What have have done for you? Not only financially, but mentally and
It's
spiritually,
done
of course.
it's done quite a lot for me actually. Like you said, not only in the terms of financial gains, in terms of my mental um, focus. Because before I started this business, like I said earlier, I was very I was always rushing around. It was because there was always something to do. There was always work to be done. But since I started this business, I have had to it's the business has actually slowed me down, which is somebody who says like a paradox because it's a business that you need to put a lot of make a lot of inputs in, but it's actually slowed me down because for starters, I like I said, I used to take extra shifts just to meet up my financial responsibilities, but I've had to reduce a lot of those shifts because I need time to be able to do this business. So I spend more time at home now than I used to because I have to get this business going. So that has slowed things down for me a lot. I'm not out there rushing around like I used to. Um, my confidence level has improved. I'm an introvert. I never thought I would do the kind of things I'm currently doing, going on social media and posting videos and doing all sorts of things. But I'm currently doing them, and the more I do them, the more comfortable I feel doing them, and the more I enjoy doing them, and the more I want to do. Yeah, so it's a lot of things have shifted personally for me in my own life. And even if I hadn't started this business, I wouldn't have done them. So it's for me it's been a big win all the way.
Yes, thank you. And for both of you, I can ask before we end this session with the live session. So we can, if someone is watching right now and feeling unsure, tired, or stuck, what would you say to them? For Mark, let's start with Janet.
Okay, you know what? We need to face the reality. Because yeah, as an immigrant, we need to open our eyes because sometimes blessings is just behind us. Blessings is just as long as that if you have the desire for like me, as especially when you are a child of God, is there is something a burden in your heart that you are going only to find the answer. Try to find that answers through prayer, and if the Lord lead you to go something a new journey, pray it. And if the Lord if that's the Lord's will, he will grant it to you. And if you will go to that kind of new journey, and at the moment that you will gonna feel stuck, you're gonna feel something negative, don't focus on that, because that's the reality. No one is enjoying the year 2026. Yeah, because there's a season of our life, so we need to comply, we need to be positive on that, we need to change our environment, we need to change our mental, because yeah, no one can help us. Yeah, the Lord is there for us, but we need to help ourselves. So yeah, whatever it comes on our ways on that new journey this year 2026, we need to be positive and always look into a good future. Okay, thank you.
Yes, thank you. And then Martha, what can you say about to our
We all yeah. What I would say to anybody out there that's it's having doubts about what this business is all about, I would say just sit down and ask yourself. Because for me, I looked at where I was and I wanted more. I wanted to be able to do the things that really mattered to me. And I decided to go and see how I could go about doing that. And I stumbled on this business. So I think it's for you to, first of all, if you're content with where you are, if you're content with what you have on your plate, then by all means, carry on what you're doing. But if you're not content and you want more, then and don't allow the fear of the unknown to stop you from taking any step and making any decision. What I would advise is do your homework, do your research, find out what the business is all about. Don't be so adamant or stuck in the way where you are or the way you think things should be, that you're not flexible and open to the opportunity that might come your way. So go and do your due diligence, check it out, and if it resonates with you, then comes the part of you having to take a step of faith and believe, like my sister Janet has said, trust God, and with hard work, you will also get to where you want to be, like we have. But the first step is making that decision that things needs to shift. Until you come to that point where you decide that things needs to shift, then you ultimately remain where you are. Back to you, Raquel.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, ladies. That's amazing. And before to wrap up everything, it's very powerful, right? Different countries, different stories, but the same feelings: tiredness, doubt, but the desire for something better. And if there's one thing I hope you take from tonight, it's this: you don't have to stay where you are. Sometimes one decision, one step, one new environment can slowly change everything. So, if something you heard tonight resonates with you, if you feel like this sounds like me, don't ignore that feeling. Comment info or send message to us, to Janet or to Marta, and let's have a simple conversation. No pressure. Maybe this is your starting point too. And thank you very much, speakers. Thank you very much, Janet, Marta, to everyone watching. Thank you for your time. See you next week. And remember, your current situation is not your final destination. Bye. Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you,
Bye,
ladies.
everybody.
Bye
Thank you,
Bye.
everyone, for watching.
bye.
Bye.